welcome to Refuel with Reverend Johnson and Reverend Rob. What's up? Hey, everybody. It's so good that you all are joining us on Friday at 7 p.m. Whoa!
We're back.
We're back. It's so good to be back with you all. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hello. It's Friday. It's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you too. What's up, Johnson?
What's up, Robinson? How are you?
Like, come on, get online and share this with people. We got an exciting evening for ready for tonight.
Let's talk about that. Hello. How are you?
I'm so good.
It's Pastor on the street.
Look.
I want the world to know, got to let it show.
Whew.
Is that what we're doing?
What's going on, Johnson?
Mr. Robinson, doing very well, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I thought I'd wear an orange shirt to kind of match your wall today.
Thank you.
Kind of wanted to be in. It's okay to be okay.
No,
Did you create that?
That's not what that says.
It's okay to not be okay. I get it. I want the world to know. I got to let you. How you doing? Come on, let me see. Do your little No. What's the guy on Voice? What's that man's name?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't watch.
It's like I don't normally forget stuff like that because I like
You
the
don't, wait,
voice.
you don't normally forget what? Everything? Oh, okay.
Don't do that. Like my therapist once told me that sometimes when people are processing so much information that you kind of release stuff that you don't need anymore, and so that you can retrieve more information. How about that?
Oh,
Did you ever hear that?
Is that what it is? Okay.
Did you've never heard? So I can tell right now what kind of show it's going to be. Like, I'm gonna need you not to do that while we. Listen. No, there is some truth to that, and don't have me pull that up.
You're looking for it?
Blake Shelton is who every time I see or think of Blake Shelton, I think of Carla Johnson.
Okay, that's, I would have preferred Brad Paisley, but you can get away with Blake.
I don't know who he is, so I know who Blake Shelton is
because you watched The Voice.
Thank you, Ashton. I didn't get a chance to comb my beard. Okay, my bad. It's the dance. Okay, Johnson, do the dance real quick. No, can you get up and do it? Can you get up and do it?
No, I can't.
I saw somebody do your dance the other day, and I was like, "That's Johnson. That is so Johnson." What's going on, Johnson?
Nothing. I'm glad it's Friday, man. Like, I've had it's been a long week, and I'm glad that it's Friday. I'm glad that I made it through the week. Now,
yeah, me too. Me too.
How are you?
I got a job offer.
What? So is it the one you wanted?
No, but it's one that can put me where I want it. No.
Then nobody here cares. Okay, no.
But why do I need to be in DC? I don't know why my shirt is like crooked. Why do I need to be in DC? I can do everything I need online, right? So I think for me, what's going on is, you know how you create something, you come into a new space, they all messed up, you just build something great, and then another place is like, oh, we want you, we're going to do all X, Y, and Z. And you're like, but I just fixed this place, and I could be really good here. I could be great. So now I got to go be great somewhere else. And so, but you know what I love about our pastor? I had a conversation with him today. It's so funny. I love our pastor. He was like, hey, it seems like you're, I said, I'm a little tired, got a lot going on. He's like, we can, he said we could reschedule. I was like for real? I was like, no, I want to honor your schedule because you know how I am, Johnson. He was like, no problem. I get it. And we wound up talking for about 25 minutes.
But not about the stuff that he put on there. Okay.
Pretty much. It's just been a busy week. I didn't even take a day off. I mean, so I have not worked from home in 2 weeks. So
you were yeah. Oh, okay. Wow.
It's been really busy. And so you can relate to this when you have a contract, right? And then that expires, and you have a new set of contractors come in, and the old contractors really didn't do what they were supposed to do. So you have to kind of like get them up, ramp them up, and it's just been crazy. So with mid-year and all this other stuff, it was just been busy. So I'm a little exhausted, but I'm so happy to see you.
Likewise.
Yeah,
you know what? I don't know about you, but it took me until about Wednesday, like to feel so like this week has been just dumb long. But I realized like I had a migraine until about Wednesday, just from sitting in front of the computer for so long. I haven't really worn my glasses. One, because you don't like the reflection on camera. You see how I sacrifice for my brother.
Wait, why are you gonna put it all on me though?
Because it's actually on you. I would wear my glasses if you didn't have such a problem with it.
Here's the thing. You do know that I have to allow for the glasses. I mean, if you gotta wear glasses, you gotta wear glasses. Like I can't. Who am I to kind of rule that out?
John Robinson.
Hold on. Let's get these links together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I did that right.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. Donnell, what's up, man? Yes, congratulations. Deacon Lanita is on the show tonight with our good friend, Brother
she's already
John.
Been cutting up.
Yeah, she's already cutting up.
I cannot wait for y'all to meet her. You know. I'm trying to get this posted to my page. That's what I'm trying to do. I can't. Ashley, help me. What am I supposed to do?
I have no idea what they're doing, folks. So
we're just having a couple of technical difficulties. And
I'm not.
Share it. Of course you're not. There we go. Here we go. So tell me, what did you think of mid-year?
It was good. Yeah, I thought, for the things that I attended, which was everything, I thought it was good. I thought I appreciated seeing some faces on the screens that I hadn't seen, and chatting with some folks who struggled with technology, but at the end of the day, they had their cameras on, the cameras weren't up their noses, and we were just having a good time. I really appreciate it. And I know we're going to get on here, but Elder Janice Jackson Jones, she is always such a delight to be around. And I remembered during this weekend how, like, at convocation, she would ask me these questions about Facebook and about all the other social media platforms. And then, I sat in on her workshop, a little bit on our workshop, and how she's encouraging the people to tap into social media and technology. And so I always appreciate getting some time to chat with her, and I was reminded that we hadn't had any time recently. So.
Yeah, and so we definitely want to make sure she gets on this year, because she has just been phenomenal in the progression of this church. So
yes,
I am excited about that, and she is absolutely hilarious. So many people. So here's the thing: every time, and back in the day, when I would roll up and I would see Pastor Jackson, at the time, Pastor Jackson. Oh, I don't know. Pastor Jackson Jones. Is it Jones Jackson?
It's Jackson Jones, I believe.
Jackson Jones. Like, I would feel like very, like, she was unapproachable, like very, like, stern, very hard. And But let me tell you, it's far from the truth. That she is
Far from the
hilarious, very warm and welcoming, and I cannot wait to spend some time with her completely
Yes.
on the show so that we can talk about, just what's been going on with her. She's dope. Like she's actually, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say like she's like one of my favorites and I know that might like, but she's actually one of my favorites in this movement. If we had to choose a favorite, like she'll be one of mine. Like, I would want her to be one of my super friends on my team. Is that a good cleanup there? Because I don't want people thinking that I don't want them on my team, but
you don't. It's okay.
Okay.
You don't want everybody on your team.
No, you have to be careful who's on your team. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. So everybody ain't meant to be on your team.
So how do you feel about Pastor Robot?
Oh, we are going there.
I mean, how do you feel about being Pastor Robots? Let's just talk about that. Yeah?
Let's talk about that, right? So we all heard. Shout out to shout out to Bishop Jones on Sunday. So shout out to all of the senior leadership who was able to meet in the staging room and then transition to restream seamlessly. Awesome? And then Bishop Jones calling Rob and I the pastors of robots. So of course I had a field day with the memes. So a lot of people got a lot of chats from me with the memes. I mean, okay.
I feel like honestly it was and shout out to him for even considering us and wanting to move us up in that type of role to be responsible for our the engineering of our technology infrastructure, as well as progressing us forward in technology. I get it. Like, I know how it feels to be on camera and you're like, this is what I want. And he gets to say that. And I'm sure that, as we discuss it, that technology would be the replacement, right? But I thought it was hilarious. I thought that people were sending me memes too, and it was all like this, like Chris came, he was like, "Oh, so where's the next robot coming?" I'm like, "Oh shit! Like you heard that?" And he's like, "Yeah, so it's hilarious." But we know that his intentions is to direct us, so give us the space to move us in technology. So I appreciated that.
And that's what I appreciate, right? I appreciate the blessings and the appreciation that it is not just, pressing a power button. There's a whole lot to go to put on this platform, to being able to stream to so many different places. Like, there's a lot to go with it. And we all got thrusted into it, a little over a year ago, right? And what I appreciate is just having the being fortunate to be in a place that has people on our team that we were able just to move, right? And we were able to, and our pastor, shout out to Elder Jamie Washington, who really just was like, okay,
tell me what I need to do.
Just let me know what you want to do. And early in the pandemic, when we didn't know much, we were in his house and we were like, no, sit here, no, turn there, no, do this. And then, months later, continuing to receive, as we got inspiration, we would just ship stuff to his house. It would ship stuff to his house.
Even if it didn't work, we were.
Even if it didn't work.
What I appreciate is the trust, right? The trust in saying that we recognize that this team here can do something that we've not done. And when I mean team, I want to be clear that it's just not Johnson and I. It is absolutely a position that we couldn't fill, and that's Ashton. Deacon candidate Ashton Peterson. So I want to give a shout out to him, who's a part of our team and who's ride or die with us. Right, he's riding or dying with us, and whatever we're going to do in his future. I'm excited because I cannot wait to convocation. I was talking to Ashton last night, and I was like, I want to try this. I want to do this. And Ashton was like, so does that mean you want me to go look at it?
Listen, I sent him a note today and I'm like, hey, do you know if this is a thing? He's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, well, can you make it a thing? He was like, yeah, not my expertise. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, well,
Can you find out who has? Yeah,
right? I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't do that. Well, why can't you, right? So yeah, but you know what? It's for me. I breathe it in as confirmation to some of the other internal conversations that we've been having, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's just one of those things where, yeah. So as we continue to innovate and continue to want to, I love the word infrastructure, right? And so as we continue to want to put in infrastructure.
Let me tell you, you use that word anywhere, people they start to think like, what are you talking about? What
Right,
is that?
right. So
infrastructure is not a new word;
right,
it's just a tech word.
right?
But no, you're right. You're right. And,
So, but I appreciate him for it.
yeah.
And
So do you have a meme for robots?
I don't have a meme for robots today.
You're slipping. You're slipping, Slim.
I didn't know. So you know what? To be quite transparent, Sean, you were about it. So I didn't want to agitate. I didn't even know we were going to talk about it today.
So I figure why not talk about it? So let's get it out because I've been joked about it all week. So let's talk about it so we can put it out there. And therefore, Patti LaBelle taught me this, and I hate to say Patti LaBelle because every time I say words like that, I think of Bishop Harris Thomas. So I remember being at one of her shows. I couldn't have been no more than 12, maybe. And which I remember her being on stage, and what she said was, I would rather tell you I have a jacked up stocking for you to tell me. So yeah. I figure let's talk about it and guide it to where we, it was cute, right? It was my brother is online. Yo, I'm in the house. Yo, what's up, Tone? What's going on, man?
Congratulations, man. So happy for you.
He's getting married, and it's good to see you, man. This is a shocker. So yes, I thought I'd bring it up to see what you thought on it because it was the robot.
Yeah, it's the robot. It's the robot.
It was cute. I loved it. Thank you.
Ashton said, moving along.
Okay, thank you, Ashton.
So, talking about Ashton, I don't know if you noticed it or I got on a little late to the set, but dude is rocking tank tops all summer long. He was on Noonday Prayer today, and he was like, "How y'all doing?" Like
the word on the street is that he done lost 20 pounds.
Listen, 20 pounds and got a woman on his arm.
Well, and did he get engaged?
Well, I would put him to be engaged, but I don't think he did that.
Okay. I could be Ashton, my bad. All I know is that you got locked in, homie.
He got locked in, and then he did it on Sneak Attack. So not only last Saturday night, Deshaun Robinson dropped the bomb that he has a boyfriend, or he calling names and stuff, and talked about us and we and our dogs and all this kind of stuff. Ashton, like right after the show, changes his Facebook status.
Quite interesting after the show. But you know what I was kind of like a little rub me the wrong way is that he didn't share that with us first. I felt like we should have got that information first. I felt like we should have been able, I feel like I don't like hearing stuff through other people. And I felt like because me and Ashton is so tight and we're so cool, I was like, yo, bro, why didn't you, I feel like, yo, you could have told us, me and Onyx have decided to get together. She's like down with me and I'm down with her. We ain't get none of that information. So
none of it. None of it. Can we get over Ashton? Moving along. Okay, so I just feel like it's so good.
Yo, why is Christopher LaShawn up on the page? Yo, what's up, Christopher LaShawn? Yo, if y'all don't know, check out our concert last Friday. Was this Friday? No, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Christopher LaShawn did an amazing show along with Summer and Brian and Reverend Bragg. Like there was amazing people. The Philadelphia player. I think that's what it was. It was amazing. So, yo, shout out to you, Christopher LaShawn, for closing. And I've gotten so many text messages and emails about why is that your boo? And he is so sexy and fun. And I'm like, yep, he really is. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, Tone, what's up? You ain't So Tony has talked to Christopher, but he has not actually met Christopher.
Oh, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. When the Robinson guys get together, it is a time. It is
He's
a
coming
time.
to the wedding, so he's about to see us in full. And Tony got this big thing planned. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Congratulations again. Yes, Onyx, we're all talking about you.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Onyx is. If you see Onyx on chat, that's Ashton's boo boo Kachu, right? So. All right, what's going on? What's next? What we got to move on to? Because we're going to talk about partners. Hey, how's Joy, by the way? Since we're talking about love, mates and shit.
Joy is doing wonderful. Joy is she's putting a lot of I am in awe, right? So she's putting a lot of time into Juju by Dio, which is her candle business. And so if you haven't seen it, check out my page. She is actually like full in it. The stock in the basement. So if you know me, based on COVID, I had to put a little mini mart in my basement. So we got the mini mart on one side, and then we got Juju by Dio on the other side. If you want to learn more about candles, please hit her up. And she's custom making them, and these are blessed candles. So they have some form of meaning, and she got some great swag that she has, and so she's doing real well. Your nephews are they're growing. Braden, I looked up today, and he was halfway up the stairs. So
Christopher LaShawn said he needs a candle.
Yes, we'll make sure you get a candle, brother.
We got a website so we can make sure that we get that posted. So we can get some candles. Tony, I see you. I love you too, bro. It's so I cannot wait to. So let me tell you something. Ashton, do I have time to talk to my brother? Yo, so my brother calls me. He's like, yo, I want you to officiate my wedding. Okay, cool. I got you. And then he says, yo, I have switched the date, but I'm going to have someone else. Check this out, Carla. I want to have somebody else wed me, but she could officiate the wedding in person. You know what I told him?
What?
You know what I told him, right?
What'd you tell him?
Absolutely not. Nobody will sign the certificate for my brother being married. You better go. He told myself, oh, thank you, bro. He said, because they had already got the certificate, what is it called? Certificate, right? The license. He had already got the license, and he was like, "Oh, it's going to pass the expiration date." I said, "Yo, I need you to go ahead and get a new one because what we're not going to do is me wed you, but somebody else signed the license. We're not doing that." So I'm putting you on the spot right now so that we all know that's illegal.
Well, it's definitely not illegal, and
he doesn't know that though.
You're gonna give him a certificate after you bless his marriage, though, right? Aren't you?
I am, but I want to sign the marriage license. Why can't you let me have my moment? Like he didn't even know that. Like that's what I see. Now my evidence is gone. Like you don't see. You're always telling the truth. Just stop telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look, see my brother. So I am just shout outs to my little brother who's online. This is his first time chatting in with you. Refuel. He's his first time us engaging together online. So shout outs to him. I can't wait to marry him and his wife. So that we can so that I can send them on their way to be a married, happy couple. I can't wait.
That is wonderful. Again, congratulations. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet her.
You're going to meet her at the that's if you can come, the 70th birthday party of Gloria Sutter.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's a busy weekend, right? So we're talking about teachers today, but we're also honoring mothers. There are many mothers, people who haven't had kids, but you've been a mother to kids. It's Mother's Day weekend. So, and then, So I'm not sure where we're going. We're completely over time. So
we're gonna make it work. And I know you gotta go. So let's talk about real quick. So listen, if you want to get your mom something real quick, I would suggest that y'all Amazon it. No, only because you'll get the next day delivery. You know what I'm saying?
What you get though. But hey, so I need to say that if you know me, one, I don't shop, whatever. But this week
I made shop, Johnson. You do shop.
I made sure that I got Joy's Mother's Day stuff. I packaged it. So she's been tortured since Tuesday because the cards are in there, the gift is in there, and it's just seated to the side because I wasn't going to be caught up with trying to scramble around in COVID and trying to go to a mall or something. So I ordered online, picked it up at the store.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazon. Like get on Amazon and order. You'll get it the next day.
Listen, Bryce, the Bryce
Now, did
knows.
you get a gift from the kids?
Did I get a gift from the kids? I did. I got a gift from the kids. I got each kid is giving her a gift, and they're giving her a card.
Bravo. And you got her card.
I did.
Good. Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo. Excellent. What else is going on?
So I'm not sure how many people know, and we're gonna keep this story very high level because we want to be sensitive to all parties involved. There was a transgender person that was killed, and the visual was in Baltimore. I believe it was yesterday. The stories, the articles that we've read about it. We are led to believe that the person was misgendered and the name was their birth name. And so because we haven't been able to validate that, we are just sending love and energy to our trans siblings. We know that the struggle is real. We are supporting you. We're praying with you. We're sending you energy. I actually set in on an amazing workshop or panel discussion on Wednesday talking about this very subject. It was called Stop Killing Us Now. This has to stop. And it was some brilliant trans-identified people on the panel. That it was again real talk. And the semblance of this is there's still so much work to be done that until we're all safe, no one's safe. And so if you're looking for more information, if you want to know how you can learn more about the trans community, mayIsTransDC.com is the website where Savannah, and I don't want to mess up her last name, so I call her my cousin Savannah. She is moderating and facilitating all of these wonderful discussions. Our friend Maya and Kennedy Powell, I believe, will be on next week's show when they are talking about, maybe it's not next week's show, maybe it's, let's see, week.
We need to check in.
Yeah, it's Sunday's show. I think it's Trans Love and Family, where Kennedy and Maya will be on. Yes, this week's at Mother's Day. So Sunday at from 6 to 7:30. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun time. I plan on tuning in. There are other wonderful panel discussions. Reverend Omar from DC, I believe, is on one of them. So May is Trans DC. Sean?
Yeah, and so the other thing that I will name is that Michaela Miller. We want to just send shout out to her family. Who was dealing with who was also murdered this past a few days ago, and then so there's some speculation going around surrounding race, sexuality, in terms of the story. So obviously you all know how media gets a grab of things and then kind of formulates their own kind of perspective and then distorts, right? So before I even name or if I name anything, I just want to be clear that we just want to honor the fact that one of in our community had died based on some drama that had happened with people like abusing her in terms of bullying and who she is and why and things like that. So we just want to honor that. It was a senseless murder in Massachusetts, and we just want to just send some love and some prayers and comfort to our family.
Yeah. So in all of that, we breathe, right? And we remember that the power is in our breath, and when we find ourselves in moments of grief and uncertainty and unexpected death, we breathe and just send prayers. So to lift it up a little bit, we're gonna go right to, I don't know if it's your favorite part, but it's my favorite part of the show. What the meme?
Well, before we do the memes, can we just do a couple shout outs? So Debbie, we love you too. We miss you too. Pastor, we see you out there who said that Johnson, you deserve a couple gifts too. So we just want to name and shout out some people who's online. And if you're online, tell us where you're from and we can give you some shout outs a little later.
Yes.
Interesting seeing you, meme.
Yes.
I can't. Me waiting for a phone to stop ringing so I can text you back and ask you what you want. So you know what? This is really, we need to have a whole show on this. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is so me. Like after a full day at work, I really don't want to talk to anybody on the phone. I just want to text you.
That's right.
This is the truth. This is really and I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it. So honestly, this was me last night.
Let me see. I didn't call you last night, so okay.
No, you didn't. But you don't call me. You text me.
I do.
I saw your message today to Ashley tell us something. You might want to text him.
Right. Yeah. So okay, what's next?
So if y'all don't know Johnson, this is Johnson right here. Oh, wholeheartedly. I love it. I love it.
That is me. Listen, I have tried personal trainers. I have tried apps. I have tried. I'm just gonna lay down and watch TV. Like,
no, you got to do something. At least this person is physically doing something. What's next? So this is disrespectful. For anybody that is a Michael Jackson lover, this right here is disrespectful. But next.
Oh, listen.
Pastor, I won't preach a lot. I can't. Johnson, I can't with you.
No,
I can't.
That was for you, Pastor. That was for you. Listen, preachers get up there. I'm not going to be for you long today. Knowing.
Well, you do know that that's not the intent, right? Do you think that's the intent? I know that's not the intent for me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, what's next, Ash?
So many people may not even know what this is. Like, you gotta explain this, Johnson.
What do you gotta explain? Like, if you listen, I feel like a doctor. If I say acetaminophen instead of Tylenol, you think I know something. If I say, did you know what acetaminophen was?
No, I did, but I don't know if our guests know.
What are you trying to say about our guest, Sean?
Next, Acid.
For all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Why do I feel like that is so you back in the day?
Listen, back in the day, let me tell you, before any spanking I got, thank you, Ashton. Before any spanking I got back in the day, I fell on my knees and I went into prayer. And I believe that.
Joe, don't you still stand on you? Don't you still fall to your knees and
pray? My knees and go to prayer. But there was one time where I probably should have got a spanking. And my mother sent me to the bathroom and said, go take a bath and then you're going to get a spanking. I have never prayed. I probably have prayed harder in my life. But in that moment, I believe at that time in my life was the hardest that I have ever prayed. And I believe God had heard my supplication. And then for whatever reason, some stepfather came home. I didn't get a spanking that time. And that is the God's honest truth. Like from that moment on, I knew the power of prayer. Could nobody tell me? Because the Lord saved me in that moment from not getting a spanking.
The Lord.
The Lord.
If you had a cross. So if you had a cross, would that have made any difference?
You know what? She still threatened me. So maybe if I had the cross, the cross or the rosary, she wouldn't have threatened me no more. She just forgot all about it. I just prayed that I didn't get a beating. I didn't pray that she wouldn't forget what I did because she's still, parents. So you know what? I know it's Mother's Day, right? And Lanita, I know you're here, so we're gonna talk about this in a minute.
We so off of time though, yo.
Okay, all right, go. We come back.
Yo, you know what? Maybe so. So you're the one that gotta go. So I want to honor. Only because we just came off a mid-year and I got so much I want to say. Like, I want to talk more about the robot. Okay. No,
no, we can talk about that.
Okay, let's move on. So here's the thing. You know, when I used to get beaten, I never prayed.
You should have. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Or maybe my brother did, but we still got whippings.
See, that's when two or three of us are together. Like, I didn't have any siblings.
Yo, did y'all just see how she just cleaned that up? So if you had prayed, perhaps you would not have gotten a beating, because when the word says that when 2 or 3 gather together,
and you had 2 or 3 in your house, you had Julius and Tony. Y'all could have got together, and I'm telling you,
because when one got whooped, we all got whooped. That was the fact.
Somebody should have been. Y'all wasn't praying hard enough.
Prayer changed things, so you should.
I
hear you, Pastor. I hear you.
The name of the Lord. I call him the name of the Lord. Stop being mean with the extension cord. Listen, I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something. So I believe, and I've got whipping with a extension cord before. If you have, so for the kids that are, for you parents that are in the 80s or the 90s or no, the 2000s, if you have
thank you, Lanita, CPS.
Right. I was going to say, if you've never picked up a extension cord because you was fearful of the CPS, then you really could not provide the fear in the children, because a extension cord will put fear in the child. Did you know that? Like I had that experience.
I was always such a small child that I would run, and my grandparents and biological mother at the time, they weren't in the best of health, and so they would get tired of chasing.
Gloria was belts, remote controls, broomsticks, pool sticks, extension cords. Extension cords was the worst. Let me tell you, it is not. Extension cords gave a welt like a
and y'all were yellow boys.
Let's move on. See, this is what I'm talking about. Internal racism right here. She doesn't call me a yellow boy. We were like,
hello. My kids are pale. My wife's pale.
Child, your kids are more. I'm not even gonna go there. Let's move on. Ashley, where are we at? Okay, what's going on?
What's good to watch?
All right, let's start off with my number 5, Bad Trip, which is a trip about people. It's Tiffany Haddish and this whole skit thing. So it makes you believe that it's like a skit, but it's actually a movie. It's really actually good. So check it out. I would love for you all to. It is hilarious. I'm not going to give you the theme or whatever because I want you to watch it. Number 2.
What? Eric Andre is one of my favorite characters. He's one of my favorite guys.
So you watch it?
I didn't watch it, but I so happen to Google what you tell us to watch so I can see if I need to comment negatively. And so I'm not going to comment negatively on this.
No, it's really it's a really good opportunity for you to sit back and talk and see how actors are acting, and the response is real for the people. So the people who they're doing stuff in front of don't know that they're filming. So it really is hilarious, but it's a movie. So it's kind of like that live show reaction, but movie kind of thing. It's really dope. Very, very innovative. I really love it. So number 4 would be Legendary. You got to check this out. This is about the ball scene. And Johnson, we're going to do a show on the ball scene. But this one is a new release of what they did last year, a new season. And I watched the first 2 episodes last night. It was really dope. So check that out. And then Pose on FX was amazing. This is their final season, their final, farewell to which is interesting because they only have 3 seasons. It's about, again, the ball scene and about how our community had to merge together as a family and what that house means. Everybody was talking about, I'm from this house. Back in that day, when people were rejected from their family, they would go to what they consider the mother or the father of the house. And then you would be a part of this family because your other family didn't want you. So they had to compete in what they call the Vogue scene. So again, we're going to talk about that. I got amazing, it's going to be amazing. And then Remorse. So I talked about this last week, but I didn't actually see it. So what I would say is I would name it to be that it is really good. Check it out. It's amazing on Amazon. It's called Remorse. And then the last one is what my pastor. So last night he was texting me. He's like, "You should check this show out. It's called It's a Sin." And everybody knows how I feel about the word sin. But I thought I'll check it out, right? And so HBO Max got the show that obviously he stumbled on. And if you have not seen it, go check it out. It was about the AIDS pandemic in UK and how they reacted. And when I tell you that reaction was so much different, or maybe not, but it was so like, oh my goodness, they really reacted that way. And where they got resources and how they define things, it was phenomenal. So that was one aspect. But there were so many other things about, the family rejection, or not feeling shameful, and then the whole let me pray it out of you. It was dope. So go check it out. It's a Sin. You gotta check that out. It was so amazing. Thank you, Pastor, for recommending that to us. It was so funny that Chris was like, "What did your pastor recommend for us to watch? Like, why are we watching this?" Until we got like caught up in it. Next thing I know, we three shows in. Dope. Check it out. So that's It's a Sin, Remorse, Pose, Legendary, and then Bad Trips. Check it out, y'all. If you want these shows to kind of move you, if you want something that's gonna move you through the week, check these shows out. I promise you, it's gonna be dope.
Nice. So we talked about it a lot last weekend, right? So and I'm biased. One of my main favorite parts about being here was the check-ins in the lobby, right? And we had so much fun, and I loved how we were able to create that type of atmosphere. But we are done with mid-year, and we are moving the train to convocation, right? So if you ever heard me lead a worship, my favorite theme is come along, my friends, get aboard, let's ride this train. And we are full.
I'm sorry, excuse me. What was that?
The come along, my friends, come along. Get aboard, let's ride this train. Nothing on this train to lose, everything to gain. And we are. And so we have, thanks to Reverend Rob, the press release for convocation. And so I don't know if it's loaded. I don't know if we're showing it, but we will be making sure that gets published tonight.
Are you going to read a little bit of it?
Sure. Yes.
Just read the second paragraph.
Yes. The second paragraph.
Or the first.
The House of Bishops. So it says, for immediate release, UFCM Convocation 2021 will be virtual and will tackle the conversation of our times, democracy. We will examine, deconstruct, and vision a full and free society. This is what we do in Unity Fellowship Church Movement. The House of Bishops and the leadership of UFCM Inc. have decided to bring state to the church for a real and make democracy in the 2021 theme for this year's second virtual National Holy Convocation, a way through and a walk towards a period of full and long-term public gathering. It is still with the ambience of caution that the decision was made to remain virtual in 2021. The state of America can feel very uneasy these days with debates about everything from vaccines and their effectiveness to bring out the COVID-19 and the long past. And we're long past the 1 mark year, the racial unrest, voter suppression in Florida, Texas, and soon Ohio, and many issues that warrant more than a soundbite. And so, excuse me, we're talking about that, right? We're talking about democracy. The theme democracy follows 2020's theme pro-action and will continue the need and necessary topics of health, well-being as we emerge from a devastation of a pandemic, how new voting laws and regulations might impact local and national elections, what to do next about the conflict between people after a guilty verdict against former police officer Derek Chauvin, who was found guilty of all counts in the murder of George Floyd. And so we are we're going to be talking about that, unpacking all of that in October. And so we're excited about democracy and what jurisdiction 4, the jurisdiction that we sit in, get to do for 2021 virtual convocation.
So thank you for reading that, because actually I was going to read it for you, but I thought it was cute to see you. So she didn't even show everybody. She didn't know she was reading that, and so
I'm glad I can read.
Well, praise God, right?
So come
No,
on.
honestly, no. I was going to read it, but and everybody, we'll post the press release so that everyone can see it. We just got it hot off the press. Our job is to put it out to the people. Convocation registration is open, and I would invite everybody to just bring a friend, right? And kind of like, it's going to be dope. Ashton, Carla, and I have already been kind of figuring out how can we make convocation amazing virtually. So I promise you, you do not want to miss this. Obviously, October 6th through the 10th, 2021, Unity Fellowship Church Movement Virtual Holy Convocation. Registration is open at this moment. Check out the QR code to register. Just point your camera to it. It'll automatically take you right where you need to register. And our theme is democracy. So please come on over and check it out. We are planning an amazing time. Thank you, Johnson, for checking that out. And that was actually written by Elder Taylor.
That's right. And so, topic of tonight. I feel like this week was a lot of things. They were celebrating teachers. They were celebrating nurses. They were gearing up for Mother's Day. I saw a couple other things that people were celebrating. But here on Refuel, we're talking to the teachers tonight, and we are so fortunate.
What's 1 + 1?
It's 2.
Okay.
We are so fortunate to have 2 people that support this show weekly. I don't care where they are. They could be driving in the car from class. They could be just signing off of class. They could be in the Walmart in Atlanta. And both of them are in Georgia, right?
No, both of them are in Atlanta.
That's Georgia, isn't it?
I know, but I just want to name the city. I know it's Georgia.
Okay. Then they're both in Atlanta, and they're here with us on Refuel. And so we are going to bring up our good friend, Mr. John Goodwin. Hope I pronounced his last name correct.
You did.
You did, and I'm so grateful that you did. I am so happy to be here. Oh my gosh, it's like being at home. I can kick off my feet and relax my feet. Yes. How are you all doing?
Good. How are you?
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm tired. This has been a week. We are doing some standardized testing here in Atlanta. So it has been a week, and then it's been Teacher Appreciation Week. So it's been a lot going on. So I am tired. I'm so glad it's Friday. And listen, teachers deserve alcohol. So like when you all say, I'm telling you, teaching is not for the faint of heart. I'm just being real. I'm telling you.
John, what kind of alcohol do you like?
Oh, let's go down the list.
Give me your top 3.
I love Peach 1800. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love New Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Peach Parmesan.
Okay. So the peach. So you in the summer and springtime, I tend to lean to peach stuff as well.
So here's what Refuel will do. Refuel will send you one of those top 1-3s, okay, just to celebrate you.
Listen, John, can you let people know that you didn't run out of gas, and that you haven't been pulled over by the cops, right? So
No, I haven't. No, I have not. Haven't even moved my car. No, I haven't.
Hey, John, tell us about COVID and how you maneuver through this pandemic as a teacher, and what that relationship looked like for your children.
Oh man, COVID has really changed the way that educators educate. We really have to do something new. Literally going from in person to virtual, it was difficult for me. Just being transparent, just being honest, because I'm the type of person that I love to hug on my children. I love to just be in the presence of them. So with just me being behind a screen, it was hard for me.
Yeah.
Um, and it was really hard for our kids and the parents because for some it was five or six sitting at the dining room table or in the living room all at one time while the parents still trying to work. And there were some kids we haven't seen all school year because of different things that are going on at home. So it has been such a difficult journey. And we've actually started to move into the school buildings where we are seeing the kids 3 days out of the week. Um, Maintaining social distancing, all of that good stuff. As much as I want to hug my kids, I got to tell them back up. Like
Yeah.
you can't touch me. Let's not get it twisted. But it's been such a great time to see my children. Um, so it's
What
been a
what
journey. So yeah.
what ages do you teach, John?
Oh, I'm sorry. I teach fifth grade math. So I teach
Okay.
10 to 11-year-olds.
I probably need to sit on that class.
So I actually was about to say maybe in the next math class I take, John, I'm gonna need you to tutor me because
Oh,
honestly, college math
come
is actually
on.
fifth grade math.
Come on. Like, literally, come on. Feel free. Many parents are like, Mr. Thor, I don't know what you're teaching them. Like, right now, we're working with fractions, right? And parents are like, okay, I don't remember this. So I do a free tutorial for all my parents
Oh
so
wow.
that
Oh
they can
wow.
help with their child's homework. I do that every week, so they are very appreciative of that because I know it's been a minute for some parents. They're like, I don't know how to make the denominator the same. Like, I don't remember that.
Right.
So, just me thinking outside of the box,
Yeah.
because that's what I had to do this school year. I couldn't just do things normal. I had to think outside the box. I had to really dig deep and realize, okay, how can I utilize technology
Yeah.
um, in a major way? Because that's really all that we had this year.
Mm.
Like right now, I am zoomed out. I don't want to see another Zoom. I can't. Like I'm every day. But at the end of the day, when a kid can smile and say you made an impact on my life, I
Yeah.
love coming to your class. It's all worth it.
Now, are you all hybrid right now? Are you doing some days in, some days virtual, or is everybody back in?
So we are doing 3 days in school, and then on Wednesdays and Fridays we are virtual. But today we had to come into the building, so we usually come in 3 days out of the week.
And so
So
are you, oh, go on.
go ahead, John. Go ahead.
So are you, so in the virtual, are you still going to the building and then you're on the screen,
Yes.
or are you at home doing it?
Yes, so when I'm in the building, I actually am teaching from my classroom. We
Okay.
have some that are in the classroom with me, and then we have some that are at home.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's been a journey, man. Like it's been so crazy trying to maneuver through these things, and then the state of Georgia saying that the kids have to take standardized testing, even though
Oh,
we have not been in person all
wow.
school year. We've just started.
Wow.
It's been a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of teachers are like, why are we taking this? Why are the students taking this? It's just not fair to them
Yeah.
to even administer. So it has been really difficult, especially around this time.
Hey John, real quick question for you.
Yes.
How has this impacted you? Like as a
Mhm,
teacher, as a man, black man,
mhm.
and what does this mean for you in terms of your free time?
Oh man, like this has impacted me so much because I'm spending most of my time trying to figure out ways to make lesson plans, do great things, but I also have to learn that work-life balance.
Yeah.
I've really had to learn that a lot because I would find myself working, 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 and I realized when I shut the computer, the work will be open when I open it up the next morning. So I had to realize that for myself and to not get so overwhelmed, to get so depressed, because at the beginning of the pandemic, I was teaching from my home, couldn't leave my home. And it was just, like I was just really by myself, because I don't have any family here. All my family is in the DMV area. So it has been a struggle. But I'm so glad to be back in the building, being safe, of course, and really taking that work-life balance seriously. So this weekend, so normally on the weekends, I don't touch my computer at all. I unwind and I replenish myself, get ready for the next week to come. So that's what I've
Yeah.
been doing. That's something I'm going to start to continue to do during the school year.
I have a couple more questions for you. So most
Yeah.
people don't know that John is actually a baby of Unity Fellowship Church movement. So John,
Hmm.
tell the people a little bit about your experience with Unity Fellowship Church
Yes.
movement.
So I definitely a baby of UFCM, from Inner Light Unity Fellowship Church, Washington D.C. I was the baby that ran around G Street. I was the one that ran around Westminster. I was that baby. So you remember someone saying, "Somebody get John." That's me. So my pastor at the time, and who still is my pastor, Bishop Rainey Cheeks, who I love so much, and who actually watches Refuel. He knows about Refuel, and he is so excited. Elder Akusa McCrae, who is just my heart. I love her so much, and to see the great things that has happened throughout the movement, and to realize, wow, I am a part of history. And being the youngest to ever be ordained by Bishop Cheeks, that has really been the
Talk about
highlight
a
of
little bit
my
about that. Where were you
yes.
ordained?
I was ordained in July of 2014. And it was funny because in June I had graduated from high school. So I did the training while I was in high school. And I told Bishop, I said, I don't want you to give me special treatment because I'm in high school. To me, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Give me the full experience. And he did just that. If you've never had a class or trained with Bishop Cheeks, you are missing out. Shout out to Bishop Harris Thomas. He knows what it's like to train with Bishop, to read the books, and to just really have your mind stretched.
Hey
Because
John,
Bishop
let
will,
me ask you this
yes,
question.
yes.
How has Unity kind of played a part in your teaching with the children?
Absolutely. So I actually have some fifth graders who have came out to me,
Oh
who were
wow.
scared to tell their parents, and who are still scared to tell their parents. And I tell them all the time, I said, I have no judgment. I love you anyway,
Yeah.
because that's what I was taught.
Yeah.
And I've learned in my life that when you give love and show love, love comes back to you. And I feel humbled that the fact that they come to me to have those conversations, and they're scared to death because they feel as if something negative is going to happen. But I have to tell them all the time, baby, I love you anyway. I thank you for even coming out to me.
Yeah.
I thank you for sharing that with me. And I know at the end of the day, it is because of UFCM and the things that we continuously are being taught, that God is love and love is truly for everyone. And I have to tell the kids that you are loved no matter who you like.
Right.
Um, and I have to continue to teach that. And we have to continue to teach that in and outside of the classroom. Because as educators, we're not just preparing them for college, we're preparing them for life. And when they can look back and be like, wow, he really made an impact, or she made an impact on my life by just by accepting and showing that love, and that there's no judgment. So that has really been um, such a highlight. And that has actually happened a few times this year virtually. So
Nice.
it's been a blessing. So Unity Fellowship Movement has just continuously to bless me and continuously to just lift me up. So I'm
So
excited.
That is wonderful. And I do believe you may have also pulled an Ashton on us, and Facebook status changed over the
Yes.
last couple of weeks. And so do you want to
I
share
didn't
with
know that. Wait.
Yes.
share with the good
Yes.
people the good news?
Yes. As of April 1st, I am married. I
Did I
am.
know that?
I think
I
you
don't know.
did.
I did.
So I am, and this is another. I am so grateful for my wife. I am
Yes.
grateful, um, because she literally is my support system. She keeps me on track.
Wow.
She's the
Oh,
reason why I
I
shut.
remember. I remember.
She's the reason why I shut my computer down at a certain time. She teaches me things. She really just challenges me to be the best that I can be. And I'm so grateful. I'm happy. I
Wonderful.
support her. She supports me with whatever I do. And my mom says all the time, she said, it is the glow on you. She said, I don't know what it is. She was like, but ever since you got married, you have this glow. And I said, it got to come from her.
That's right.
Because
It got to
I'm
come
Wow.
from
like,
her.
because it's not coming from this water. So I don't know where, So I'm excited. I am excited
Wonderful.
about this journey. Um, and I'm just so excited about what the future holds for us. I'm
Well,
excited.
Wonderful.
John,
John,
listen, we appreciate you for being an amazing support to Refuel. You have always
Yes.
been online with us. You have always shared with us. And so we thought it would be, great to have you on for Teachers Appreciation Week. And so we
Yes.
honor you. We appreciate your work that you do. We appreciate what you share with our children and the time that you share with them and what you teach them. So thank you so much. We love you, man. And thank you for
I
being
love you
an
too.
ally to our community and our people.
yes,
I love y'all so much. I love Refuel. Like this is a part of my schedule, weekly schedule.
that's
I
amazing.
always make sure I tap into Refuel. I love it.
That's what's
Keep
up.
up the great work.
We love you so much, man. Thank you so much. We
So
know you're
before we
trying to
go,
get
Johnson, Peach 1800, Peach Paul Mason, and some
in
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. That's right.
That's it.
That's it. We got
Yes.
you. So we
We're
love
gonna get
you.
your
Hang out
address.
in the green room if you can. If not, we know that you'll be in the chat, and we just will
Yeah, hang out
Yes.
with us
post
for a
that
few, bro.
room on the screen.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We love you.
Absolutely. Love you so much. Thank you.
Take
we'll
care.
be right back. Yo, John is dope. John has always been an advocate for us and
Yeah.
willing to come online and just join us. Who do we got up next?
Listen, we will make time. We'll save room for this sister right here. She is she's amazing. She has a whole lot of stuff going on. She's a deacon in Atlanta. She's a teacher. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a game changer.
He's hilarious.
She's hilarious, and so she's already called us out a couple times. So let's bring Lanita on. There she is.
Lanita!
Hey, family.
How are
How
you?
are you?
I'm doing well. How are you all?
Good,
Sean
good.
still got gray hair, and I'm still trying to keep up with you.
So,
Yeah.
Lanita, is this your first time on a Friday night review?
No.
Okay, good.
No, y'all brought me on. I think when you were talking about the HBCUs and the sororities.
Oh, you're from HBCU?
Yes, I went to Morris Brown College.
Morris Brown, absolutely. And
Yes.
you're also part of a sorority, right?
Yes, let's get it right. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Shout out to the ladies.
Which part are we supposed to get right? Like,
Shout out to the ladies.
Yes.
that's like big words, right? Is that the AKAs?
No, she only has on pink and green right now.
Yes,
No.
my shirt says, I never dreamed I'd grow up to be a super cute teacher, but here I am, killing it.
Killing it, right?
So
In
which
AKA
sorority
colors.
is that?
We see you,
Right,
we
in my
see
pink and green colors.
you.
Is that AKA?
Oh Lord Jesus.
There's only so much we can do. We don't have that much time.
Why can't you just say yeah? That's is the AKA?
It's pink and green. See. There you go. See.
You're not answering the question.
Yes, the colors are pink. It's actually
I got it
sounding. Let's move on. Reverend Carla, I pray for you every day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really? So this is what I love about Lanita.
See, I need to pray hard like I did before I got
didn't know
spanked.
action.
I know. Listen, I was there with you about the praying before you got a spanking. Y'all can ask my mama. Well, don't ask her, but listen, when 2 or 3 are gathered, there was 6 of us in my house, and when one got a spanking, we all got a spanking.
See? Let me
Lord,
tell you.
thank you, Jesus,
I
for
didn't have no
prayers.
like-minded people with me. Like my little sister was too young and she was always starting stuff. So
Yeah,
Yeah, and then my
hilarious.
mom would say, "What are y'all praying for?" Well, I see you are a non-believer, so you better ask God.
Wait. And what happened after that, Lanita?
Oh, she was a non-believer. We still got spanking.
She was a non-believer.
All right. So here's yes, we're celebrating teachers, but you are also a mother. So we want to honor you, Mother's Day, and we know that Sunday can be kind of like, very fluid in terms of temperature wise. It could be either not that great or it could be amazing. So what is your level in terms of Mother's Day?
So it is great now that I am a mother.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave there right there.
That's fair. That's fair. So tell us a little bit about you are a teacher too, right? And so what do you teach? Where do you teach? And what is your philosophy in terms of how you show up with your kids?
So I teach special ed pre-K, which is amazing because I started out my career only teaching special ed, kindergarten and first grade. And it just wasn't for me. It wasn't my thing. I'm crying, they crying. I did them no good. So
why were you crying?
Oh, because they were crying. They didn't know what else to do.
So please tell me this. So I'm sure most people would think, so if you are a teacher of kindergarten, like, what are you doing? I mean, are you sleeping all the time? Are you like playing Build-A-Block? Like what are you doing?
Crying. I just told you that. We cried like 90% of the day. Right. I mean, they didn't want to do anything. So they were crying. So I was like, okay, like, don't cry. Like, I was young. I was right out of college. They don't teach you. I mean, you read all of these books, but they don't prepare you for the real career. Like, they just don't.
Okay.
You know, and I did my internship. I did internship in a 5th grade classroom, and then I went and taught kindergarten and first grade, right? And so what they don't tell you is that if you teach in a low income area, you may or may not get a parapro. What they don't tell you is that your children
parapro.
A parapro is your helper, your
the aid. Okay.
Yeah, educate us.
Okay, so when you teach special ed, you need a aid, you need a second hand. Sometimes, like right now, I have 3 teachers in my classroom, and so when you teach in a low income area, because there's not enough money to go around, they take your para and they use them wherever they deem necessary.
Oh, okay.
You see, and so I'm left in the classroom, and we looking at each other, and the kids are like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "What y'all doing?" You know, and so while my brother before me, he put it nicely, but I'm gonna put it to you this way: teaching sometimes sucks.
Okay.
Right? Because our job is so determined by budget.
And so, we didn't get a chance to ask John that, but I know that a lot of the standardized tests, the scores, whatever the county or district scores are, it determines your budget, right? Yes. I just saw it on TV. Maybe it's not right.
It does. It absolutely does. And so what happens is you get teachers, and not only does it determine your budget, it determines the teacher's pay.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And salaries are okay.
Your salary. And so you are stuck between a rock and a hard place because you have spent days and nights planning and days teaching, and then because a child takes a test, they say you either will or will not be paid what they deem your worth.
Wow.
Right. Wow. And so that's difficult. And so then you get teachers who spend more money on school supplies than they make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And so that's this side of teaching. And then you have this side of teaching where you get to see the light bulb go on, and those are the moments that we live for. Those
Right.
are the days that make it all worth it. This past week has been a really hard week because it's assessment week for my kids. I think, and my wife is a teacher too. We've gone to bed maybe at 1 a.m. every night this week.
I was going to ask you that. So I know your wife's a teacher. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
your wife was a
she
teacher.
only
What
said that
grade does
every
she
time
teach?
she talks about being a teacher.
Yeah.
She only said it as they were going back into being told that they were going to go back to in school.
Yes.
Yeah. Letting you know, I listen to you.
What grade
Thank you.
does she teach?
So she teaches pre-K, just regular ed pre-K.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you all in the same school? This is what I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So two things. Talk about a little bit. So I used to date a teacher, and what I do know is the commit.
Why you gotta bring up old stuff?
No, just a moment.
Okay, you know the commitment and the planning. Go on, I'm listening.
No, I was gonna say the
Don't say it 3 times, Sean. They appear. Okay, go. I'm listening.
See, this is what I gotta deal with. So I understand. So I'm gonna fight you when I see you.
What is it that you understand? I can't wait to hear this.
No, like I had front row view of the commitment, the time, the money, and the emotional exertion that was required to not only deal with kids during COVID, but also deal with kids who are emotionally distraught.
Yes. So COVID brought on a whole different emotion for my students, because we were asking these children who already struggle in different areas to now, number one, social distance, which they have no concept of. What do you mean don't hug, don't touch, don't high five? Um, I say daily, stop licking, your shoe. I need to write a book about the things I have to tell my friends. Kissing is for, your mom and dad, that kind of thing.
Right.
Your mask is not a shield or a slingshot, that kind of thing. So
I bet it's cute though. I bet it's cute. I
Oh,
mean,
it is
probably not
hilarious.
safe, but I'm sure it's
It is
cute.
hilarious. When we were doing digital learning, I had one friend, he just did like this. And I said, I see you. Like, right. So he's like, I'm like, no, you are not invisible. I know that you're on here. Yeah. So he goes and gets his mask, his Avengers mask, and like puts it on.
I love it. I love it.
Right. So, but it's like they're sad, when we had to do digital learning. It just brought on a whole different wave of emotions that the teachers had to deal with, because Tawana and I have been in person since August.
Wow.
And then so so we had to wear the mask every day, 2 at a time. And so your face gets maskne. I have asthma really bad, so that's a whole nother thing. And then we got COVID.
Yeah.
We both got COVID.
COVID.
Yes, from our students.
So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So what happened was, it was nothing but a fluke. Like, we literally got it at the same time from our students, and both of our schools had to end up shutting down literally on the same day, because 5 students in my class got it at the same time. My principal, it just went through the building like wildfire, and y'all, I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
I thought I was going to die. So Tawana had to take me to the hospital. I was so scared.
Yeah.
I've beat breast cancer.
I was about to say, you're not a stranger to having significant illnesses, right?
Yeah, but I I literally thought it was going to take me out of here.
Wow.
And I just kept telling Tawana that every day. I was like, and every day I was scared to sleep in the bed. I wanted to sleep on the couch because I was like, I don't want to die in my bed.
So did the school system do anything or?
Yeah. So they made sure that I'm sorry. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
They made sure that we got paid. They made sure that because it was like almost 3 weeks of, I mean, we couldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was peace that we didn't have to worry about like money, you know.
That's good.
Yeah. And my principal, you know, she checked on me like literally every day. We had to order everything, like medicine, food, and I didn't know what to take because nothing was working. So, and then my students, you know, we tried to do digital learning, and to see their faces, they were so like, I don't know, y'all. It was like sunk in.
Yeah.
So,
So let me make sure I got this right. So you guys did distant learning, and then you guys came back in the classroom, and then that when you were impacted by COVID, and then they go and back.
No. So what happened was we started out the school year in the classroom.
Right.
So we and then in January, it just so happened that both of our schools, the kids started getting sick, and then they shut our building down for like 3 weeks.
So did you guys shift to distant learning from that point, or
Yeah,
did you guys
we went
go
to
back?
distant learning.
And so
Yeah, the whole month of January we did distant learning. We didn't go back into the building until February.
So you and your partner, and I don't know if you named her, but had COVID, and so caring for each other. I know your baby girl, your girl is away at school, so she had gone back after winter break, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she was gone, and so we just had to take care of each other. We were doing paper, rock, scissors to see who was going to take the dogs out.
Wow. So how was it for her? How was it for her to have her parents sick with COVID, but her away at school? Because I know it's the three of you, and there's a tight bond.
It was hard. She called every day, almost all day, and so I try to be like, you know, I'm okay, mom's okay. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even fake it because I couldn't even barely breathe enough to talk. So Tawana, she wasn't as sick as I was.
Okay.
So she did all the talking. You know, she was like, Lanita, you know, mom's okay. Mom's gonna be all right. Stephanie ain't no fool. She was like, nah, let me talk to mom. Let me talk to her. You know, so it got to the point where I couldn't talk to her at all.
Wow.
And so, but all is well. You know,
all is well, and so now you get back in a class, and so is the teaching still the same for you?
I mean, I couldn't believe we went back. I told Tawana I couldn't believe it that we were going back into the building. That was hard for me to wrap my brain around. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me some time. You know, even my parents were like, "Are y'all serious?" You know, and they were taking their frustrations out through email on me. I'm like, I didn't make the decision. I'm just here to teach your kids. You know, and so I did the best I could to calm them down. Like, I'm here, I'm clean. And that's another thing, teaching and cleaning. Teaching and cleaning, you know. And so I was like, this is, you know, they wanted a step-by-step of what does cleaning look like, you know, after all of these kids have had COVID in your classroom, and you.
How many kids had COVID again?
Yeah, 5 kids in my classroom had COVID. So that was while I was sick too. And then once we opened the school back up, 2 more kids got sick with COVID.
And you guys have you all have to shut the school down again, or is it just quarantining that area?
It's just quarantining that area.
Okay, yeah.
You know, statistics say that kids are primarily the are the host of being impacted by COVID at this moment.
I
Yeah.
believe it. They're the germiest little things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they dig and pick and put in.
You know,
I'm
and
pretty
that's,
sure I come home with lots of boogers on me.
but that's one of the things that we were very cautious about when we had our babies. Was one of the reasons why we decided to do in-home nanny is because of the sickness, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like little kids always sick, always got something, right? So yeah, we're considering um, homeschool once they get to that age to hopefully not run into that
Yeah.
or have
I mean,
little pod schools.
yeah. And it's cool because so during this teacher appreciation week, I told Tawana, I said, this is the first time I've ever felt this appreciated by my
Wow.
parents. I've gotten so many like words of we appreciate you. We couldn't have made it through this year without you. Those words matter because teaching is rewarding, but it's a thankless job.
Yeah.
And I used to hear people say that, and then like my friends who are not teachers, who are like, other things, dog
Sean, she talking about us. We're other things.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's us. Like we're other things.
they're like, why did you choose being a teacher? I didn't. It chose me.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a lawyer my whole life.
Oh, wow.
I had my car all picked out. I knew what suits I was gonna wear. I was gonna say I object, Your Honor, every chance I got. I
feel
was
like
gonna
you still do that.
like I wanted to be a lawyer, and then teaching chose me.
Wow.
And I'm so glad it did. And I'm glad that because I wouldn't change it for the world.
Wonderful.
And one of my favorite quotes is by Aristotle. It says, you can't educate the mind without educating the heart. And during this pandemic, I learned that you can educate the heart even through the computer screen.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Very much so. I think that's a great segue into in terms of appreciating you for this long and enduring season of educating through the screen in some sense. While you have been exposed and been in person, we would just want to celebrate you, you and John. And so thank you for coming on and sharing some of this information. And if you had to name something for parents, what would you say to them at this moment?
That your children are who they are, and you have to let their life speak. So we've been doing this class, this clergy class, based on the book Let Your Life Speak. And I've made some oops moments with my own daughter where I wish I would have let her life speak a little louder and a little bit more. And so I want to say to parents, do that. Oftentimes we want to dictate how our children's paths will go. Just let their life speak for them, and let them answer it in any way they choose.
That's good.
That's Let Your Life Speak by Parker Palmer.
Yeah, Parker J. Palmer. Yeah.
So we asked John, so do you drink? Is there? He started off that way. So, what's your fantasy?
So here's the thing: I don't drink, I don't smoke. I should have been a dog groomer. I picked the craziest profession not to do neither one of them things, right?
So what is it that we want to Refuel wants to celebrate you and honor you, and so is there an Amazon?
I eat lots of you see this right here? It's sitting right by. Okay, I'm about to tell you. So we still got assessments to do as soon as I get off here. I got 4 more assessments. This is my Sour Patch container. You see how empty it is? I would
Okay.
like for this to be refueled and refilled. All right.
Yes, sir.
So
Refuel will bless you with some Sour Patch Kids.
So one last question. So John talked about the standardized testing.
I'm
And
sorry, y'all. John
I saw. Yeah, we
okay.
Read it. Read it. I think John,
You
read
can
it.
He said teachers must drink as a part of our Declaration of Independence.
right? So damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say.
See? Now who's old? Mm-hmm.
Right. I had a Sean moment. I had a Sean
No,
moment.
because you're old. Reverend Pratt just mentioned, love you, Deacon Lanita. You beat it.
Yes.
I love you too, Reverend Angela. Yeah, her and I, we've been having some moments in class,
There's
y'all.
also another one I want to get on the show.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's
I don't
amazing.
remember what I was gonna say, but thank you,
Because
Lanita,
you're
so
old,
much.
you got kids.
No,
They
I
say
just
when
want
you
to
have kids
say,
that you lose a little bit of your memory. Is that true?
Reverend Sean, I just want to say to you two that I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. Um, Refuel has kept me going this past year, and I thank y'all for just being a space where I can listen, and just thank y'all for being my friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
We
you.
love
Thank
you.
you for
Hey, Lanita, I have a question. What did you think of Pastors of Robots?
Ashton, how do I get off of here?
What?
Hello?
No, I mean, shout outs to our senior bishop now, Jacqueline or Bishop Jacqueline Hollins, right?
yes, senior Bishop Jack Long. And I called him senior bishop today. Let me correct myself before I get a note from somebody. The right Beatitude Bishop Jones.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
outs.
I couldn't get my meme together to send it because
For which one? The robots?
yeah. Don't
Or
worry,
you
it's
send as
coming.
well?
don't worry,
coming.
it's coming.
It's coming.
coming.
It's coming.
It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna rock that.
I think that yeah. You know, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Listen,
Thank you.
Lanita, thank you so very much. We love you. Hang out in the green room. We're gonna wrap this show
Yeah.
and
Game
then
changer in the house. Woo, woo.
game changer. We love you, sis.
I love y'all too.
Thank you.
Mwah. Oh, Johnson, we are so over time, but I felt like it was so needed. I missed you. I needed you. Lanita and John were awesome. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I cannot wait to we actually tried to get my mother on here, but she was at the hairdresser.
Listen, that's what shout
When
out
they
to
get
you,
to
Mother
the age, you
Georgia.
cannot tell them to do nothing. Like they just like,
She like, listen, we'll get her on here. We'll always make space for her, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been great. Shout out again to all the mothers, to all the teachers, to all the nurses. Thank you for all the frontline workers. Thank you for so much. You talked about this last week's show, 911. Last week, What to Watch. You talked about 911 and that show that this week, I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, but it was really good, right? And so appreciating all.
Which one? Which 911?
The original.
Okay, yeah, I saw
I haven't watched
it. It was really good.
Yeah, but shout out to all the first responders, teachers. Couldn't have made it without you. Of course, these parents are loving all on you because they know they've been through a school year having to do it themselves, and so
that's one question, Johnson, that we didn't ask is about like with the parents. How did parents like feel in terms of sending their kids back to school?
Well, Anita talked about it a little bit, and then I did. One of the things that I was going to comment that I forgot about was that the parents were loving on her because we've had to figure it out, right? And my nanny was not well this week, and so Joy and I looked at each other when she told us she wasn't coming in, and I'm like, so what we gonna do? so what we gonna do? Yes, Sister Deborah, mothering can be difficult at times, but ... right? It is rewarding. For however you it has its rewards, right? So Sean, I love you so very much. Always fun doing this with you. And Coffee with Pastor tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern time, folks. If you want to meet our pastor, you've seen his face on here several times. Come and have some coffee with us.
Yeah, yeah. Johnson, I love you. Kiss the kids. Ashton, we out here. The hashtag the Revs are in.
Hashtag the Revs are in. So, thank you all very much for joining us tonight.
Johnson, kiss the baby squad.
So yes, it's our show.
I love you too. And we're going to get to do this again next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Shout it up. Subscribe to our Facebook. Get on, subscribe. Here it is.
Right there.
Go to UFC Baltimore.
Catch the fist.